Welcome back, Legenders. In the last video, we learned how the web works, what domains are, how requests and responses travel across servers, what hosting means, and more. If you missed that one, check it out from the card or the link in the description. In today's video, we are going to look at the tools you will need for this series and how to set them up. Let us get right in. Let us begin with the operating system. You can use any operating system, Windows, Mac OS, or Linux based systems like Ubuntu or Pop OS. Personally, I prefer Unix based systems because they are lightweight, fast, and make development smoother. I am using Mac OS, which is also the Unix based operating system, so the things should work almost the same way as in Linux. And if you are on Windows, that is completely fine too. Everything we do in this course will work there as well, though there might be a few small differences in the setup. If you are on Windows and want a Linux-like environment, I recommend installing WSL, which stands for Windows Subsystem for Linux. It lets you run Linux commands directly inside Windows. Now let us talk about hardware. You do not need a super powerful machine to learn web development, but you should have something that runs smoothly. Here is what I recommend. If you are not sure about your system configuration, no worries, just check if your computer handles normal everyday tasks like browsing, watching videos, or light multitasking without lag. If yes, then you are good to go. Next up is the browser, the place where all our code comes to life. I recommend using a Chromium based browser like Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Brave, or Arc. The Arc is the one which I personally use. Chromium based browsers come with the excellent developer tools which we will use a lot. These tools let us inspect elements, modify HTML or CSS in real time, debug JavaScript, and even check our website's performance. To install one, just go to the official website of your preferred browser, download the setup file, and install it normally. Now let us move to our main workspace, the code editor. We will be using Visual Studio Code or VS Code for short. You can download it from code.visualstudio.com. Choose an installer based on your operating system and install it like any other normal application. Once you open it, you might notice your VS Code looks different than mine. Maybe different colors, icons. That is because I have installed a few extra themes and extensions to make it look like that and work the way I like. If you want to know what extensions or themes I am using, let me know in the comments and I will make a separate video or share a list with you. Now inside VS Code we have a built-in terminal, and this is where we will run most of our commands. Whether it is installing tools, running servers, or using Git. It keeps everything in one place, which is super convenient. Let us quickly set up Git as well. Git is a version control system. It helps us to keep track of changes in our code, go back to previous versions, and share our code with others using platforms like GitHub. To install Git, go to git-scm.com. Download the installer for your operating system. Follow the on-screen steps. The default settings work fine for most of the people. Once installed, you can open your VS Code terminal and type git space -- version. That is the first command we have used so far in this series. If it shows a version number, that means Git is installed successfully. We will explore Git and GitHub more in upcoming videos, but it is good to have it set up from the start. Before we start coding, let us talk about the design tools very briefly. If you want to plan or visualize your projects before writing code, you can use Figma. It is great for designing website layouts, code schemas, or UI mockups. Alright, now it is time to get our hands ready for coding. Open VS Code, create a new folder, maybe name it QA Fullstack. And inside create a new file called index.html. Now type exclamation mark and hit tab or enter. It should give you this sample code, and you do not need to worry about what this code does, what it is. You do not need to worry about that. Just save the file. Now to open it in your browser, you can do it in two ways. Right click the file and select open with browser, or copy the file path and paste it directly into your browser's address bar. And that is it. You have got the web page you build yourself. It is simple, but this is the starting point of every website you will ever build. If your VS Code or setup looks a bit different, that is totally okay. As I already mentioned, just remember, if anything does not work the same way on your system, drop a comment below and I will help you out. Now to recap what we have covered in this video. We talked about the operating system you can use, the recommended hardware setup, and the browsers and why Chromium browsers are great for developers, installing VS Code and Git, and finally we wrote our first HTML file and opened it in the browser. As we move ahead, we will add more tools and technologies along the way, things like Node.js, NPM, database, and frameworks. In the next video, we will dive deeper into HTML, understanding what it really is, how it works inside browsers, and exploring the most important HTML tags that make up every web page. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and do not forget to subscribe so you do not miss the next one. And if you get stuck anywhere, just comment below. I will read all the comments and try to reply everyone. That is it for today. See you in the next one. Fi amanillah.